Check one, check two. All right. So who's ready for some Blood Clot Jungle techno then, huh? Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Time for the Mad P. And you can't talk about Mad P without talking about Top Buzz. You can't talk about Top Buzz without Jason K. So first up, before we get chatting to Mad P, I want to acknowledge the legacy that Jason K has left for us all to enjoy for the rest of our time here since he left us in March. Not only a powerhouse in the hardcore jungle and drum and bass scene, but also in the UK garage scene. His legacy touched many, many people. I only got to know him a little bit before his untimely passing, and he was just an absolute gentleman, an absolute scholar. I know many, many people have said the same thing. Reading all those comments, you really get to feel like you know someone, and it really kind of just had an impact as to how I took him. He was always willing to help people, and so this is going to be dedicated to Jason. So, without further ado, I want to bring on my guest, Matt P. This has been a long time coming. Been dying to talk to this guy for a long, long time. Probably since January 1992, when I first heard their set going into Fantasia, takes you into 92, which, as you know, people know me that listen to the show know that I talk about that set all the time. And, that was just one of many, many instances where Top Buzz ruled the world, right? And yes, there are going to be loads of Top Buzz puns throughout this stream. Patrick, yes. Mad P, welcome to the show. How you doing?
All right, Jay. Big up everybody. Big up everybody. Respect.
We got all people in the crew, mate. So listen, thanks for taking the time out to come and have a chat with me. I'd love to hear really from your story when music first touched you, right? Do you have like an early memory where you heard a song or an album or something that kind of got you interested, into music?
I'll tell it like it is, you know what I mean? Like I'll tell everybody else is like, first time I met the music, ever heard a beat was at Everson Allen's sister's birthday party he was playing at. He was DJing, him and Mark. I didn't know him. I was with my wife to be, and I heard the music there. And I danced to it because I love music. So I danced to it. I thought, wow. And the funny thing what happened then, the following week, I got an invite to Manchester, their carnival up there. And my wife comes running over me because I was in the reggae tent. She comes running over me and she goes, Pat, come listen to this music. Come listen, come. I went with creeps underneath the tent and everything, man. I went in there. It was like, wow. Smoke screens, the works, mate. You know what I mean? I was instantly converted. It's so funny, you know what I mean? My travel, it took me through. Camden Palace was where I got like my first hookup into the scene from the promoter from Heavens or Raid or Land of Was, what you wanted to call it them days. And that was 88, 89, yeah. And that's where I met him and he invited me down. And I said, I'm bringing my missus, and we never looked back. No, I've never looked back. Never.
Wow, that's quite an introduction into it, and that's crazy, right? That it was through Everson Allen as the
Everson
link
Allen,
as well.
The link, yeah. So I know them
That's
that long, and people go, when the people try to compare us and all that, and we just laugh at, because we're best mates. Mark lives round the corner from me. He's the nearest person that I know in the racing to my house is Mark. That's how close we are.
Yeah. And another pair of absolute legends, though, too. Well, it's interesting, right? Because from I was fortunate enough to be there back in the day as a raver, going to all the different places, right? And you always had your kind of favorite DJs and MCs and events and nights and what have you. But you as part of Top Buzz and Everson Allen as part of Rat Pack, you both guys really stood out because actually you didn't really get DJ MC combos that were in the scene. And also there were a few rubbish MCs back in the day. There were a few that weren't that great, and there were a few that were standout, right? For me, people like Moose, Joe Peng, GQ, and then obviously yourself in there. So how, with that kind of combo, how did at this point that you'd met Everson, did you know Jason? Was Top Buzz all you guys were together at that point?
Nah. Jason wasn't about. I met Jason shortly afterwards. I knew Mikey, but I didn't know Jason.
Okay.
So I met after I went to his party. Yeah, I met Jason. Like, just after that, just not too long after that, I met Jason. I met him in Heavens, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, the rage night.
Yeah, we met him in a rave. Yeah, we met him. One of, but it was before, because Rage come afterwards, didn't it? It was had Land of Oz, Heavens, and you get what I'm saying. And I think there was another name floating about at the time, but like, yeah, it was in there. We met him in there.
Yeah.
So me and Mikey met him in there.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I just before we actually go down, actually, I'm quite interested. You saying like at that event, you at one of the events, you was in the reggae tent. So was reggae was obviously a big part of your life. Let's talk a little bit of that before we get into the late 80s, early 90s. How did you first kind of get into the reggae sounds?
Right. Listen. It's 52 years I've been in this game. Yeah, I started DJing at 12. Yeah, I'm still here. Started DJing at 12. My dad's sound, yeah. He let me stay out too late, you know what I mean? It's got worse and worse, and I've always had a sound. So after I left at school, I was influenced by my school sound, Rebel Hi-Fi. You get what I'm saying? The gang of us, we had our own sounds, we used to do parties and all that. It's a progression. It was a progression. Then I went into another bigger sound. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I met Mikey. I joined up with Mikey after that full sound. And he was like we was like rear groove, disco, all that sort of stuff, you know, keeping all them house parties till about, from 10 o'clock Saturday night till 10 o'clock Sunday night. You know what I mean? All that. It was long. So I spent 5 years with Mikey there. And then there's a lot of reggae influence, a lot of rear groove, the disco. We played everything. It was very popular. Yeah, it was very popular. We were Funky Express. It was very popular. And then I met a mate at a party, at one of them parties, and he goes, I was laughing at him because he was off his tip. I didn't know that then, but he was off his tip. We was just laughing at him. Yeah, he goes, oh, I'm gonna take you somewhere. I want to take you somewhere. You won't laugh at me again. He was right. He was right. He took me to Heavens or wherever it is. We bumped in the hip hop side of things. Yeah, and then paid the doorman in the middle an extra tenner or something to get us in the rave. But they weren't letting us in the front door. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I was lucky. I was lucky because I got in there, I was getting like that, and I met the guy, the promoter in Camden, sat down with him and got my links, you know what I mean? And stuff. Yeah, so I've been influenced. I've been playing music for a long time. I've been involved with music a long time. Yeah, still the old fossil's still here.
Mate, we ain't getting rid of that easy.
Yeah, can't. I've got too much to say. You know what I mean, Jay?
Well, listen, that's an interesting point, right? So I didn't realise that you started off as a DJ. So, so obviously through like your dad's sound system and the DJing. So, tell me a little bit more about that little journey. That's interesting.
My dad, I started off playing like in the local pub. It's called a Swan. You know what I mean? On a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know what I mean? But I didn't mind. I was playing. I was a little kid. I was like, I don't know, 15 when I was playing there. And I used to be out all times of night, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. You know, my dad gave me a lot of squeeze, you know what I mean, because I was playing his sound and all that. You get what stuff. I was going to the blues and all that. I do it all, you know what I mean. And but then as I grew up older, you know, like I said, I switched to my friends. We wanted to do our own thing. You get what I'm saying? But my dad was a big influence, man. Was a big influence, man. It teach me reggae, teach me quality of sound, and you know what I mean. It was always up and down, going Birmingham. You know, getting the valve amplifiers and all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? Them big old heavy things, struggling with it. You know, that's what's through hell with that sound. You know what I mean? But like, it used to be in my bedroom part of it. So you know, I was turning and I've got like 1,000 watts licking out. No problem, mate. You know what I mean? Getting ready to go to school. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it was all good. You know what I mean? But yeah, he was a big influence on my sound system then. You know what I mean?
So
what was music, the love of music. You know what I mean?
Right. So what was your dad's role in this sound system? Was he on the mic? Was he behind a deck?
No, my dad was selector.
He's a selector.
My dad was a selector. Right. Yeah. Now we had you know, the friends, and I've frozen here, you know. we've had all the other friends doing the mic work. You get what I'm saying? No, I never used. I used to select as well. I didn't do mic work. I didn't do mic work at all. Not until
So
a bit
at this
later
time,
on.
are you kind of listening to some of the MCs and the guys on the mic and thinking maybe, or you just like, you do my thing, I'm doing my thing?
I've been in the game so long. I haven't been bigger. I've been in the game so long. After 8 bars, I know if he's good or not. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, the one thing I've kept is that I don't business. I don't worry about other MCs. I worry about myself. Yeah, my bars and what I do. You get what I'm saying? There's good MCs out there, and there's not. You know what I mean? But like, I just concentrate on myself. I ain't no politics or nothing. You know what I mean? I just let my lyrics talk. You get what I'm saying? And that's good enough for me. You know what I mean? So that's me. So I kept that policy that don't worry about other people and MC, what people say. I know what I can do, and the people, the public will know what I can do. And let them decide. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I don't bother with that. But there's some good. I've got some good friends. I've got some what I like. I've got some what I like. Obviously, I mean, there's a few. You know what I mean?
So when did you start kind of getting? When was there a transition from DJ to MC? Like, talk us through how that part of
the funk. When I got to Funky Express stage, I used to be on the mic. I used to do rear groove and soul. I used to MC over that. I didn't MC over reggae. You get what I'm saying? I had to do everything else but the reggae. You get what I'm saying? So I knew about. No, do you know what, Jay? Today I actually had my first lyric book. I had it out today. I posted it on my page. Yeah, my first lyric book that comes from Funky Express.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
What year is that?
That's like going up to say 82 to 88. I slipped out. And you know, I slipped out and said, Mikey, you got to switch, mate. You got to come to this new thing, blah blah blah, etc. etc. Told him where to go. He got in. He come and met me later, and he hugged me. Funky Express was history. You know what I mean? The rest was history. So yeah. So that's what. So I learned to rap over the soul. Yeah. So when it come to this acid house thing, as it was then days, acid house, yeah. I still wanted to DJ, didn't I? Because obviously I've been DJing and all that, you know what I mean? As well. Cause I still used to play the music in Funky Express, the reggae, old time. But I didn't chat. And I wanted to I knew how to I wanted to DJ still. I bought decks and everything, I had everything. But I couldn't mix the same up. You know, backside. I couldn't mix. I did get it in the end, but it took me longer than I thought. You know what I mean? But I had my decks and everything. And them was a bit embarrassed because I was clanging and all that. You get what I'm saying? I said, don't worry. If I don't get it by next week, I'm just gonna drop this and just pick up the mic. You know what I mean? And that's the best thing what happened to Top Buzz.
Yeah.
That I clanged. That I was clanging.
So this is you guys got together in 88, right? Is that
88 back 88, 89?
Yeah. Okay.
88, 89 and stuff. We got together early, and so we met Jason at a club. You know what I mean? And I was the only one DJing at the time. I was DJing with my brother because I joined up with my brother as well. I forgot to tell you in them stages there. With Fantastic IB for Paul.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, we do Fantastic IB for, you know, King's Cross, all them places, you get what I'm saying? Ladbroke Grove. We had some big raves, we had some massive raves. Massive. I have to get a little DJ slot in there, you know what I mean? Which I can get away with it a bit. You know what I mean? But I have to do it there. You know what I mean? And I was playing on the radio station as well.
Nice. Remember what station it was? RJR.
RJR, yeah. It was a reggae station. And I've gone there with this acid music, and I swear down, you know, Sunday Rice and Peas show and Mama show, the Saturday afternoon one, they were the best shows in London, mate.
Yeah,
they were the best shows. They were the best shows. Yeah, they were. I was live, man. I had the studio. I come back from the rave, you know what I mean? Gone straight into the studio up Manor House there, you know what I mean? On a Sunday afternoon. We called it the Rice and Peas show, man. It was a very good show because I had the bangers. You get what I'm saying? I could get bangers and all that. You get what I'm saying? Because I had affiliation with the Black Market Record Shop, City Sounds, forgot the one over Ealing, and I also had Music Power.
Okay,
I was actually serving up in Music Power, serving up the records. You get what I'm saying, with Chris
yeah,
and stuff. You know what I mean? And Nick and them. Not. They helped me. They helped the buzz.
yeah. Nice. That's man. I didn't
Yeah. It
know
was
that.
mad. It's
Yeah,
mad. I met all the DJs, promoters there. You get what I'm saying? So I was in a good spot. You know what I mean? I was in, and Jason used to be at West End getting the records and had getting his bring-ins, and I mean Mike could be at the other one. You know what I mean? And we're just playing records. They go, oh, Patrick, can you give this to Jay? I was like, yeah, of course. You get what I'm saying?
nice. Well,
And
look,
then
that's
people want to see the records.
yeah.
You
Well,
get, I
look,
was
this
getting all the
is
bangers.
yeah. And this is the thing, right? You know, the one thing that Top Buzz for me, and I'm sure for many, many people that stood out, is that you guys were very different to what everyone else was doing. Yes, there was a few bits of tunes that were going around in the circuit, but actually the sets that Top Buzz were doing were stand out. Like, what behind the scenes, like, were you guys just kind of playing what you felt and there was great synergy? Or was there a specific kind of approach to it? What was the thinking with you guys back then?
It was the beach, Jay. It's the beach. We like it that jungle, ragga kind of element to the technology, techno noises and stuff like that. We liked it. Once we felt the beat, we used to ride the rhythm, and you get what I'm saying. We could do our little moves. And we used to be kind of selfish in that way. So we used to actually paying for ourselves, if you can think about it. You get what I'm saying? Because we just like different. We want Jay man started brain. We just like different. You know what I mean? We just like different.
Yeah.
Different. We like the different tunes. You know what I mean? But with beats, it had to have beats. You get what I'm saying? And darkness later on in, you know what I mean? When we switched it up to darkness as well. You get what I'm saying? It's all about the rhythm and the beat. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, you guys are well credited, right, with starting that jungle techno sound and being the champions and pioneers of that sound, right? And you know, you go back to many of your sets from early days to whatever, and there is consistency in what you guys have done. So
what we was playing,
yeah, for sure. So look, I want to go back a little bit to. Do you remember like the first kind of like gig that you guys did as Top Buzz together? Do you remember it?
I just called the girl's name about 20 minutes ago before we come on. Somebody phoned me and asked me, remind me about it. It was a girl called Kathy, and we've done it up opposite Astoria. I was like, she give us our first gig, professional gig.
And was that story? What was that for? Like, was it one? No, it wouldn't have been Orange then. It would have been.
No, it was she was just a smaller promotion. She, you know what I mean, trying to get off the ground. But we became friends in the rave scene, and she said she fancied doing a night, and she put us on the bill because we were trying, you know, get our name out there, sort of thing.
And talk about, so when was there a time where you guys felt, right, we've made it, we're doing it now? Do you remember, was there a certain gig or moment where all that energy and effort you guys have put in, you're like, yeah, we're on the right track now?
You know, something hit us once in the early days when we thought we knew we was doing well. It's like we play at Astoria, yeah, and when you bust like a corner, you come around to the store, it's got the DJ's name up in lights at the top in it. You get what I'm saying? So when you bust that corner one Saturday, you just saw Top Buzz.
That's the moment.
That's the moment for me and Jason. We always remember that.
Yeah. Well, it was because it's an old cinema, right? Like I remember.
Yeah, that's right.
I went there many times in '91 and '92, and I've got some very fond memories, and also a lot of missing memories from that place. But I know
that place was amazing. It was amazing. It was a very good club. Very good club. One of the best.
Crawling into Busby's at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
It is. Sometimes we'd be up there. We used to go. When I first started going, it used to be the car park. at the
Right.
after
Okay.
party. There used to be a car park.
Yes.
Yeah. And we was going there and dance till morning, till Monday morning or wherever.
So tell me,
uh,
where did the name Top Buzz come from?
um, in the early days, we was walking. One of us, we were just ravers, I think. Yeah, we were just ravers. We was all talking. Became friends with Jason. We were just ravers. And as we was deciding, about the time we decided to go DJ, someone came up with the name up walking across the Clapham Common. It was our manager, Monty, I think. He said, he's on a Top Buzz. And we just said, wow, we'll have that. You know what I
That'll
mean?
do.
That would do. You know what I mean? That one would do. So Monty's the
Yeah.
one who gave that find that name for us. And we just
Yeah.
jumped on it.
Nice.
Yeah. And a big shout out as well, must have to, in that era, is, who helps us to get off the ground was MC Chalky White. Because he used to be our, what we named him the Bandulu manager. He actually used to throw DJs off the deck to put us on.
Jesus.
Yeah, serious, mate. That's Chalky White, mate. The same old Chalky. I love him to bits.
And
Just
he's
to
a
give him a
big lad,
mention.
man. He's a big
Yeah,
lad.
yeah,
You wouldn't want to.
he's a
You wouldn't
big
want
lad.
to.
He literally threw him off the decks, man. I feel a bit embarrassed some of the time. No, seriously, I did. Get off, get off, get off. My boys are on now, get off.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. Fella, man. I've
All
got
right.
enough time for jokes.
Oh, he's a top guy. Top guy. You know what? I still haven't ever met him. I've been around many people in circles.
Don't
but I've
lie.
never had, seriously, I've never had the honor of meeting him yet. I've heard so
I
many
can't
stories
believe
about
that,
him.
Jay.
Yeah. Like I know, like I've known LSD for like 2 decades, and obviously Roy started out with him like late 80s, like doing
doing
their nights together.
Yeah, doing their nights and Stevie White and all them people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, I know our paths will cross, and when I do,
Well, I find that hard to believe, you know, because he knows everybody. Chalky's met everybody.
Well, one thing I do.
Not a child, not a granny that don't know Chalky. You know what I mean? He's done well, man. I love him for that.
Well, I tell you what, if I'm DJing and he's MCing there, I'm going to handcuff myself to the deck so he can't throw me off.
Man, yeah. Chalky, man. Yeah, he was good. That was good for us, man. That was good for us. Sorry, Jay, I just hit the thing. Sorry,
right,
lad.
no worries.
Sorry, everybody.
Sorry, don't worry.
Sorry, I just hit the thing, man. Chalky just made me go fish. I'm back.
Hopefully that's
Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody.
That's all right, don't worry.
Stand. Have I got the thing on?
I thought that was Chalky's come and throw your tablet off the table now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, mate. So listen, like,
I wish it was on the table. I just got it on some. I got it on the mic stand.
It feels like we're kind of getting to like sort of 90, 91. So at what point? I suppose it's kind of like 91 when you guys are like, that's it. Like you're in like mad demand and flying all over the country, right?
No, the reason 91 now. 91. That's a new era. That's
okay.
Where we've gone north. We've gone up to north. And I have to mention them because they're a big part of our history.
Yeah.
And we met Amnesia House. We were at Amnesia House, Neville Fivey, Bam Bam, Mickey Linus, all them people, you know what I mean? They're like the core of Coventry, I call them. You know what I mean? And they took us under they give us a job because we gave them a tape outside Rage or Land of Wolves. Yeah, we give them a tape and Nev took it away with him. And they had to listen to it, and they liked it, and they said, "Yeah." And they booked us. And we had to go up to Brighton. It's one of their early ones, you know what I mean? One of their big early ones. It was good. It was very good. And it was only me and Jason done the job because Mikey was booked on a holiday. And we went up there and we smashed it. They put us on, and then they took us off. I go, no, you lot got to play later, mate. You know what I mean? You got to play late. Yeah. They took us off. They will tell you they took us off. So play 2 tunes and now get off. We put you on later. You know what I mean? Them days it was like that, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. You guys did freestyle on the decks. You know what I mean? And so they put us on, and we became friends. You get what I'm saying? And the rest is history with them.
Yeah.
The rest
So
is
how do
number
you
one promotion. Is that is
did you
for me.
find then? So when you talk about the North, did you find that musically, like your sound was kind of connecting more up north than it was, like say in London or South Coast?
No, no, we done all right in London. London sorted us out seriously because we were playing a lot, and we had started to create our style of play. Because we were still playing the bit of odd stuff what other people weren't playing. You get what I'm saying? On different ways,
Yeah.
or different cuts of it. You get what I'm saying? Some people will play certain cuts of a record, some won't. You get what I'm saying? But we play the obscure one. You get what I'm saying? But we're setting our pattern. You get what I'm saying? We're setting our pattern, and yeah. Just basically how it
Oh,
was, you know what I mean?
yeah. Fair enough. All right.
Mm.
So what are some of the kind of events like throughout 91 that kind of stand out for you? And you know where this is leading, but I'll wait until the end of 91
Right,
before I
right,
mention.
right. Ah, wow. Listen, you see, in the around the country, out of London, they started popping up like promotions, boom, 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 and there was 91. They started coming out, the pandemoniums. You get what I'm saying? The obsessions, not biology, starts with a P. I forgot their name, man. But all the big ones started coming out.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
perception.
Perceptions and things
Yeah,
like that. You
yeah,
get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And saying Walton and his boys, them up in Birmingham with their stuff. You get what I'm saying? It was like good. It was good. It was good. They came out, so there was it was very busy. It was very
yeah.
busy. It was very very
And
busy. Go on.
I'm always intrigued, right, with how this was all managed because obviously now you've got email, there's booking managers, there's social media, right?
And
But back
phones
then
and phones.
it was just your phone at your mum's house or whatever, right?
Uh,
How are you guys kind of dealing with all the calls and the bookings and managing all that?
well, all right. So when we first started out, we just done it like in London. We just done it like friends on the circuit, people, the promoters. Everybody was raving together them times. They're hard. You get what I'm saying? So it wasn't hard to see a promoter to get a job. You get what I'm saying? To say he
Yeah.
can book you. You know what I mean? But like then we took on Carl Cox's company.
Oh, do you know what someone
With
was
was Carl Cox and what's the girl? What's the girl?
Sarah, was it Sarah?
No, Sarah was Groove Riders. Then one with
Yeah.
Maxine, yeah,
Max.
with Maxine Bradshaw, is it Maxine? Yeah, and we that
Yeah.
we hooked up with them. We went down to see them all, and then we covered the John Seduction, Colin Dale, and people like that. And there was about 5 of us, you know what I mean? But she done all right for us. She done all right for us.
Yeah.
And Carl,
Yeah.
because it was his agency as well. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they done all
Done.
right.
Oh, do you
One
know what I
brilliant
remember?
accent, Carl.
I've just finished reading Carl Cox's book.
Mm.
So yeah, I'll remember that now.
Yeah, Carl
So
Cox,
what?
man. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, what what a legend, man. Because it's actually crazy to think that he was playing at Dreamscapes and DMC
Yeah,
raves and what all
it was
over. Like,
everywhere. It was everywhere, man. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. To be quite honest, Jay, you know what? We had a lot of different styles of music as well in the 110 or the one
yeah.
warehouse. And I've kind of preferred that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Yeah.
being honest,
Yeah.
but I kind of preferred it. Different. I'd like to hear the different styles of every music because it was all part of the scene. So when they started like, drum and bass tent, old school tent, you know what I mean? It's still good, but like I did like the mix. That's how we met it. You get what I'm saying? Sasha here and there. You get what I'm saying? John Digweed, but all mix up. I used to like that. I used to
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, for sure. I mean, actually,
Mm.
I got an old tape. One of the tapes I love is Sasha with Joe Peng emceeing on it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah,
you'd
yeah,
never,
yeah,
you'd
yeah,
never
yeah,
hear,
yeah.
you'd
Joe
never
Fake
hear
chatting to
him.
Sasha. Yeah, yeah, all that was involved, mate. Seriously,
Yeah, yeah,
seriously,
no,
them days were good. 91 was
yeah,
good. But like I said, all
yeah,
the promotions come out and the rave, it just was getting bigger, innit? Just getting bigger. 91 is
yeah,
getting big now.
yeah,
Every Tom,
yeah,
Dick, and Harry was on this thing. You get what I'm saying? You know what I
mm,
mean? Because the convoys, all them days were good. Night as 91. You know what I mean? Driving around the country looking for the rave and all that. It's all good. It's all good. And the
Yeah.
music was it was that Belgium stuff, wasn't it? That year really started coming in,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah, there's a lot of kind of bleeps. Breakbeat
Bleeps
was
and stuff.
becoming, breakbeat was becoming a lot more dominant, in the sound, right? And you were
Mm.
getting that real nice mix of like 4/4 beats and
Bleeps and
breakbeats.
all that.
There
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
lot of
4/4. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of good
Yeah.
stuff there. So look, what
Mm.
what about my first kind of raving experience was, I think it was like September, October '91 down at Stearns,
All
and
right.
I went down there
No.
quite a few times. I've tried to rack my brains. I remember seeing Moby and Colin Dale, but my memories of
Yeah,
that place are like from walking in there and then waking up in the car in the morning. Like I can't remember
yeah.
most, but I remember
That.
seeing you guys on the bill a lot of times.
Yeah, yeah. We played there a lot for Mensa, man. He was a good friend of ours. God rest in peace. You know what I mean? Mensa, yeah. That was a nice club, you know. Seriously, that was a
Yeah,
good club. Yeah, it was a very good club, Stearns. I'm not gonna lie, I did
yeah,
enjoy it. But it's only that it's way out. You know what I mean? You gotta make sure you ain't got another job afterwards. Because when you get there, you're gonna stay. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Good club,
exactly.
good
Yeah,
club.
no, it was a real magical place. So look,
Yeah.
I kind of want to lead up to uh your set at Fantasia takes you into '92. I ain't gonna
Mm,
lie, I'm obsessed with that set, right? I sent you that
mm.
blog, I've written a whole thing, I've done tributes on it,
Yeah,
I've
yeah, I
done
seen it, Jay.
all kinds of stuff.
Respect, brother.
No, thank you very much. And the track
Mm,
list for me was the most important thing, right? Because
uh-huh.
there's a lot of amazing websites out there that have got the track list, and some of them I was
Uh,
like, no, that's not right. So I ended up,
yeah,
well, two things. One, I bought every records. One, I
yeah.
had to
Uh-huh.
find the exact tracks that were played and buy
Uh-huh.
them. And I didn't have as many as I thought I had. And several
Uh,
£100 later, I'm now
yeah,
the
you
proud
go.
owner of every record that was played in that set. But yeah, I just wanted to have a definitive truth out there because I know it's such
Mm,
a coveted set. Like I'm not there are thousands of people that look at that set as such a defining moment
mm,
in music. In my head, it's like the official birth of jungle techno. I've
mm,
just said that. No one else has said that. But for
mm.
me, I've kind of gelled with that set so
It
much.
was.
So
It was. It
I,
was. It
I,
was. It was.
I,
Definitely.
I, I want to get inside your head for that whole day. I want to understand what you guys were thinking. It's
How
New
the
Year's Eve. It's the
was it?
afternoon.
Oh God. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
that
I
was
want to
it.
go there, mate. I want to go there.
Jay, I think we had about 3 or 4 jobs before that one, you know. I think we done about 3 or 4 jobs before we get to
Yeah,
Fantasia. That was last port of call that day.
yeah. You
Yeah.
definitely did Big Bad Head and Rain Dance because
All right.
you
Was that the
mentioned it.
night? Was that the night? Is that the
Yes,
night? All right. So we
yes.
done. I can tell you exactly now. When 1, 2, we done 1, 2 before that. Blew out one and come to Fantasia. We blew out Mansfield. We went to
Right.
Liverpool. Then we went to Big Bad Head. And then we come down to Fantasia. We blew out Mansfield in the middle because we couldn't do it. It was impossible. I think that's the only
Yeah,
time we ever blew out a job, you know. I swear. I was blown out another one before. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We got bribed. We got bribed. I have to be honest with you. We got bribed. We got offered stupid money to cancel what we was doing. You know what I mean? We took it. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
twice we've blown out people. But apart from that, we do every job. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Fair
We,
enough.
we did every job.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
so
I had three couple of jobs before that. So I was tired. I was tired. When we got there, we was tired, man. We was tired. I think it could have been foggy and all that night as well. You know what I mean? I was tired. But we got there, and the rest is history, isn't it? That's it, man. Even I like it. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So how are you like? I'm intrigued, right? Because now when you go to a Boomtown or Glastonbury or whatever it is, right?
Mm,
There's a special artist entrance, and someone's giving you this, and then
mm,
you go there, and
mm,
it's all very
mm,
well organized. But what
mm.
what was it like back then? Was it just like shit? We're just dumping our car in the middle of a field, and let's drag a couple of record boxes and go
Yeah,
figure it
yeah,
out.
yeah, 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 yeah. They did get the parking sorted out. It was a bit random back in early, but they got it sorted. They had to. They had to. You had to have the fuels to park the cars. You get what I'm saying? Because it was too big. And all this random thing, people were losing their cars. You know, you come out the rave and nobody ain't got a car. because they parked it up randomly. You get what I'm saying? A lot of that was going on. You get what I'm saying? So they had promotions had to sort out the parking for the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we needed it. It wasn't nice. You come out and you ain't got no car. It's not good. Not good. So they sorted it. They sorted it. And I'm glad they sorted that one.
And
yeah,
you can't
cars
find
there.
it because a couple of snowballs later, mate, and you don't know where you're going. Right?
You don't know where you're going. You know what I mean? People walk around in ages looking for their car.
So what? So tell me, like, Rain Dance and Fantasia that night must have been, a similar kind of buzz and a lot of people. Like, what was your feeling and takeaway from those 2 nights? Not that I'm trying to make you pay for it.
That's the night I cuss off London, isn't it?
No, that wasn't that night. No, you did cuss off some guy in an Arsenal t-shirt in the crowd. No, it was that night.
No. It was that big bad head.
Oh, right, that one, right. Yes,
big bad head before I come down to Fantasia. Yeah, I cussed off Londoners because they wrote up a nasty bit of thing about the 6 worst DJs in England are like Fabio Groove, Mickey Finn, Carl Cox, Top Buzz, and so I said, fuck you. You ain't got a clue. This is the heartbeat of the rave scene you're talking about here, mate. You know what I mean? So it wasn't Mixed Mag, it was some other magazine and thing, and I slagged them off. So I said, get the fuck out of the tent. You get what I'm saying? I was a fully fledged I was a Midland by now because I was living in Birmingham at one point.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to live in Chelmsley Wood for about a year.
Well, this is the problem with the press right back then because obviously we had no internet, no nothing, and this is why I do these things, right? Because you never get to hear the stories as they're supposed to be told by the individual, so that they can recount them, right? Because Music Mag, or I don't know if DJ Mag, Mix Mag, or whatever that was around then, even if they did talk about it, it was never positively. It was kind of seen as this kind of little ugly duckling of the dance music community, right? Oh, those hardcore lot, over there doing whatever. But we showed them, right? 30 plus years later, hardcore ain't dying, mate.
Ain't dying, mate. None of it. It's all come back. It's all rejuvenated. Old school rejuvenated, you know what I mean? And stuff, you know what I mean? I still can't get my head around the new drum and bass, but some of it is all right.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I just want to finish up. So obviously, Fantasia takes you into 92. You guys did the last set. The recording of that, it's like the world dance recordings. You hear the crowd almost more than the music, and I'm actually getting goosebumps. Like just that energy and vibe. Like, tell me what is it like to stand on that stage and do that set? What memories have you got from it?
Do you know what? I can't remember. If you get what I'm saying, it's all a miss. It's all a miss because it was all I remember was a night. It was a long night. Had a bit of Barney up in the big red head. Come down there, tired, last set, and I mean, and I'm sure when we got there, the crowd was on the floor. I'm not 100% sure if it was that one, but I think one of them we got there, and the crowd was on the floor. Knackered.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? They were battered.
Yeah.
And then we stepped up, and it was like, raise for the dead. They all stood up, mate. You know what I mean? So that's what I do remember. I'm sure it was that night. I'm positive. You know what I mean? It was all they were wasted, man. I mean, we stepped in there all like, ooh, it's gone through and bloody smashed the place. And the iconic set you get. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think I've done a few last sets which are big.
Well, this is the thing, right? Because back then, that last set was the coveted set, right? That's the set that everybody wanted. Everyone wanted to close it down and be the last memory that everyone left with, because you could have smashed the arse out of it during the middle of the night. But the last DJ's taking that memory from them, then they're the one that takes it.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of last set. I wasn't. I kind of hate it because it's the last set, especially after you've done 2 or 3 jobs prior. You know what I mean? And then you got to go some way out place to play the last set. But like I said, go on. I can ask you something.
It's hard. it's harder for an MC, right? Because a DJ, yeah, sure, you could be tired, but you know, you're playing a record, you know, it's mentally
You put it
stressed,
on.
but you're
Yeah.
not on show and verbally kind of
Verbally,
communicating with everyone that's there,
mate.
right?
Verbally, mate. You know what I mean? You got to say something. Stand up there with the mic. You get what I'm saying? There's no
Yeah,
slouching. There's no shortcuts. Nothing. Just got to do your thing. You know what I
yeah.
mean? You know, but I'll
So
be
what,
always looking at my watch. Looking at my watch. Like I said. But what, Jay? So what? You got all the tunes? We might as well remix that set.
mate?
Me and you.
I'd be honored, mate. Literally, I'm just reading. Anthony says, Jay, Pat, question. What about doing a live set on We Are Hardcore Fantasia 92, 93? Mate, it would be my absolute honor.
Yeah, man, let's get it done, mate. Let's do it, man. The only thing, like I said before, Jay, fresh bars, but that's a way of life. You know what I mean? But the tunes will be the tunes. And that's the main thing for me. That's a good set. I love that set.
Yeah. I've written it down, mate. That's it. It's happening now. I've written it down.
I got one more thing while I'm here. I want to go public. I have a new girlfriend now. Her name is Edwina Hurl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
congrats,
so
mate.
Found romance. So just go see what happens.
Is she Edwina, is she here? Let's see if she's in the chat.
No, she's not. She's not. She might be in the chat having a look. I don't know, but like people will see her soon.
Well, congrats! That's awesome to hear, mate.
Yeah,
there's definitely a glow about you. So obviously,
tell me about it. Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, so we're a couple. Yeah.
Oh, mate, that's awesome, mate. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
Well, I look forward to seeing her in the next few nights that we cross paths.
It's really nice. We cross paths. Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
Nice.
No, she's here for the long stay. All right, mate.
Wicked. That's good. Right. Let's talk about tunes. Now, I contacted a few people just to kind of get some thoughts and stories and what have you. And I contacted Ron Wells, right? I know you guys have had some good history. And I want to read out what he said to me because I think this is super sweet. So this is Ron Wells. So I just messaged a few guys just saying, listen, any stories? I'm chatting to Patrick on Monday. So Ron says, we had a blast together making those tunes. Always high spirits and jokes. Sometimes they would bring a couple of friends and Pat would rip the piss out of them, leaving us all in stitches.
Nothing changed, Rod. Nothing has changed. I'm still ripping the ass out of my friend.
He says, I can distill our time together as relentless jokes and putting the world to rights with beats.
Eddie. Yes, man. Rod, man. Living in darkness, man.
Mate, he kind of goes on to say, look, you know, Top Boss supported my music and chose to help me make the music they wanted to. They asked me to remix the Prodigy. They weren't with them. They could have asked anyone, but they came to me. Their support for me and my association with them will forever be cherished, man.
Thank you, Rod.
He's a top guy. I actually did an interview with him probably a couple of years ago. It was 4 hours. In total,
wow.
We did 2 hours. We went in like it was just like, you know, it was very easy and there's a lot of amazing stuff that he talks about his time with you guys.
Yeah, we love music. Even though we did really love his music, man. What he was putting out at the time, it was good. It was good.
And you know what the thing with Ron, and this is why I was really happy about doing the chat with him, is that he is one of those unsung heroes who has not got credit for all the things that he should have got credit for. When I was doing my research, he's got like 31 pseudonyms of different names where he's tagged up with this person, that person, he's ghostwritten this and done whatever.
Ghostwritten
So it was really nice to kind of have an opportunity to chat with him about that and, you know, set a few records straight. So look, let's talk about like what was the first kind of tune that you guys kind of worked on together, and what was the thinking? Were you like, right, we're in and out of the raves, let's start making some tunes?
It was a tune called The first time I remember what was any use, what had any use, was Raging Rockers, wasn't it?
The Rage
Sure
and
it
Rockers
was.
remix. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the kind of first tune we've done, sort of thing. Yeah, I think it was. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Counteract it was called, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was the first thing we had to go at, and then we made Living in Darkness after that.
Wow.
Our next tune,
straight to the top.
straight to the juggler. Living in Darkness came out of somewhere with a guy called Neil McLennan. I think he's American. I forgot his surname, but he was a
Yeah.
good producer. He was decent producer at the time. He was
He did
working with some boys.
he did a lot of the early Prodigy stuff, didn't he, Neil?
Yes. The same
Yeah.
brother. The same brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
he was the one that done the original loop and helped us. We just battered it out over in Chelsea somewhere. Uh-uh.
Because again, that tune really kind of personifies you guys as a DJ set, right? It was
Yeah.
completely different to what anything else that was about at that time, but yet
Mm,
it fit in perfectly along with everything else at the time.
mm. Yeah, it did. It did fit in. It did fit in. It did fit in. And the thing about it, Jay, mate, we had it for about 10 months or something.
Oh, really?
Everybody was begging that. And then we done one day we decided to do 10 and give it to the top 10. This kind of thing, you know what I mean? Give them a month with it and released it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we had it ages. Can only hear that at Top Buzz, mate. For ages.
But
Mate.
that's how it was a little bit back then. Dub
Uh,
plates were precious, right? That
uh,
model of kind of promoting and amplifying music and having
mm,
something a little bit special that others didn't. That was that
mm.
birth of that scene's kind of dub plate culture. Obviously, dub plate culture goes many years
That's,
before that.
that's what I say. Because many years before that, we knew of it. You know what I mean? I think, I'm like, okay, I have to like clip his wings sometimes. Don't worry. If you was meant to get a copy, you get a copy. You get what I'm saying? I go, don't worry. Yeah. And we done all right. Not because there's a lot of politics on these dub plates and all that. I just don't get
Yeah,
involved. Don't get involved. Just stay out of it, Jay. You know what I mean? If the man stands there and cuts 30 records and gives his friend and I'll give you none, you just know that you don't give him none of yours one day. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's a dog. It was dog eat dog, but so for me it was dog eat dog. You get what I'm saying? Because there were some dogs
yeah.
out there. But I said, Jason, leave it. Don't worry about it. If you're meant to have, if you're meant to get it, you get it. You get what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. They don't want to give you records out. Nah, I couldn't bother with all that. Couldn't bother
Yeah.
with that. It's rubbish.
Fair enough,
It's
man.
rubbish. It
Well,
was
I
rubbish.
remember there was one. Well, I don't know if it was a dub player. I think it was a test press of Potential Bad Boy, Everyday
All
Child,
right. All right.
which you played. Now, to me, that sounds like a '93 tune, and it blows my mind that you
Uh,
guys played it like in '91.
uh,
And I worked with Chris Potential for a couple of
yeah.
years. I was doing a lot of PR for his labels
All
and
right.
working with Yush and those guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, mate, you got to give me that tune. He goes, I ain't got it. He goes, don't know where it is. Like, that's
Oh,
like
God.
lost to the wind.
Listen, I done a chat thing with my brother the other day, and I don't know if I call it Van Halen, that tune with the Van Halen sample.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Was
he
there
said
that one?
he's only then that he told me he never released it, and he only released it during the COVID that late.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
big riff of Van Halen in it, man, massive tune. He
It's
played it on the
crazy, isn't
show,
it?
and it's
Yeah,
crazy, man. You think I'd have thought he would have released that because that was a big tune as far as I'm concerned. No, he
yeah,
didn't. He left it till COVID. But he sold a lot, obviously, because
yeah.
everybody was after the tune. You know what I mean? That's people got. They got their tune. They do what they want with it, innit? That's what
Mm.
I say. That's how True Taste and do what they want with it. It's their tune.
So
No
much.
business.
I mean, listen, you were getting loaded with TPs from Ibiza, right? So you guys were
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
all right
yeah,
for
yeah. Yeah, we were doing all right in IB for had it locked. You know what I mean? Had it locked, man. Birthday presents, everything. Chris and all of them, they look after. They even done Chris done I think we done Fantasia first taste with Chris up in Ibiza Studios. He smashed it out in about 4 hours, man.
Really?
Yeah, he smashed that out in about 4 hours. I think I was reading the paper going, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jay, what you saying, Jay? Does that sound good? Yeah. But you know what I mean? We actually was just sat there reading the paper and talking with Chris, and we banged out that tune. And it's a nice little tune. You know what I mean?
Well,
Nice
look, I
little
want to
tune.
talk about. I want to talk about some of the other tunes that you've done, because one that that gets overlooked, just because Living in Darkness is on the A side, but the Rock, like that
Aye.
was such a fucking. It is an
Aye.
amazing track.
Do you know what? It pleases me to hear you say these things, because Jason went off them tunes, kind of. I'm not saying being bad man, but he did. You know what I mean? I say, why don't you play our tunes? They're nice. And he played, I think, the Rock at. No, he played Prodigy's one at a rave at Prodigy's thing.
Yeah.
And
Weather
he
Experience.
he couldn't believe, Weather Experience, he couldn't believe the response from the crowd. You know what I mean? I said, Jay, and I mean, Fabio's come up to me and goes, yeah, I like Living in Darkness, but I prefer Maintainer. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And Billy as well. Pat, yeah, Living in Darkness, but I prefer the vocal. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their own little taste of our tunes. You get what I'm saying? I've heard the comments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the tune we made was like, they was everywhere, weren't they? There was different kinds of stuff. You get what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, there wasn't like a set genre or style of what was beating out. Was beating out stuff. You know what I mean? Going everywhere. I got an unfinished version of Living in Darkness.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes.
We got another.
You see my eyes light up.
Yes, we got unfinished version of Living in Darkness, mate. Yeah. So they keep that one for under lock. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep that one under lock for now, but it's unfinished. It's what one of the last things I've done with Jason musically.
Okay, nice, wicked, mate.
We're doing it as a Kickster thing, but the tune came out all right.
Nice.
All right. So don't worry, fans. You might get some more of that. It's a good tune. A very good tune for us, Jay. Very good tune.
Yes, yeah. It's
very good tune.
It's served you guys well, right? And
served us well, man.
To have it get out there. I've got to say a quick big up to Ron Wells. I know Ron's listening.
Yes,
mate.
man.
Big love.
Big love up to Ron, yes. And my brother and Nev Hype and Alex and Louis Boys and Tour. You know what I mean? We're doing it this year. Yeah. We're doing it again this year. And also a big shout out to Charlie TT. She'll kill me if I don't say that.
Yeah, we've seen TT and all right, TT.
Yeah, she'll kill me.
Nice, mate. All right. So look, we kind of we went around a little bit. So look, I want to talk about kind of 92, 93 and really kind of, well, we'll get into 93, but 92, look, obviously by now that's it, Dreamscapes and all these massive things are popping off, Sanctuary, all over the place. What are you guys kind of thinking as you're going into 92 is like, what's the buzz at the top buzz? That sounds dickish, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, 92 is like we're still 2-man then.
Yeah.
We became 2-man, me and Jason. And we just got our heads down and say, let's just smash it. You know what I mean? We're doing what we're doing, it's light, you know what I mean? We started thinking in the bigger picture, like the tapes and all that stuff, you know what I mean, coming to prominence because they was making some money off them tapes, right? They was making some proper money. You know what I mean? I know because I picked up, I've done my own. You get what I'm saying? The tapes were very good. And we started concentrating on that and making more tunes, you get what I'm saying, 92. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going through and doing our thing, you know what I mean? Enjoying life. Yeah.
And 93, right? So that's when we start seeing like the scenes kind of merging out, right? Hardcore is taking, one path, jungle is, now willing, truly engaged. What's the thought of you guys at this point? I mean, to be honest, I'm interested in this. I ask this question to everybody because I feel like everyone's got their own opinion, right? And I was like, I went more hardcore, I didn't like jungle, went more jungle, whatever. But you guys were already, kind of championing a jungle sound.
So we wasn't minding the jungle. We wasn't minding the jungle, but I personally was a bit concerned about the clientele, what jungle would attract.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah, I've been straight up. I thought, wow, this could be naughty times. You get what I'm saying? And some say it wasn't, some say it is, but like we know, those that know what's going on. You get what I'm saying? But it wasn't. I was a bit apprehensive about the change of going out of hardcore into jungle, straight jungle. You know what I mean? But as you see, well, we stuck to our guns. We paid, yeah, we paid drum and bass, we paid everything. But like, we stuck to our old school. If you get what
Yeah.
I'm saying, and
Yeah.
jungle techno, anything like that. We was happy there. We was more happier there than going venturing out to this new jungle thing, because there's a lot of bullshit happening in the jungle. You
Hmm.
know, yeah. Even though I wasn't in it, I know exactly what's going on. My brother was in it. I used to play at a few of his raves. You get what I'm saying? And stuff. To help out. You get what I'm saying? But there's a lot
Yeah.
of crap. A lot of crap came with the jungle. And, it's class A drugs and certain other things. You get what I'm saying? It was everywhere, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it was got a bit moody, didn't it?
Mm.
Put it
It
that way.
did.
It got a bit moody. Got a bit moody. You know what I mean? 93, 94. It got a bit moody.
And sorry, do you know what? Before I go into that, I wanna bring up this question from Anthony Ryder, because I think I want to know the answer to this as well.
All
Who's
right.
Nikki Savage? Who is Nikki Savage? I'll be honest. I thought you said Mickey Savage. Mickey Savage. Da-na-na-na-na.
It's
I'm not going
Nicky
to try and do.
Savage.
It is
It's Nicky
Nikki. All right.
Savage.
Well done, Anthony. Good lad. Because I got it wrong for 30
Nicky
years.
Savage. And I decline to talk any more about that name.
Okay,
Because
fair enough. We're done.
I
Sorry,
actually
Anthony.
love the girl. She's my brethren. It is a person I'm named like that. And I apologize now on live on podcast, Nikki. I love you, babe. Yeah, I love you. Yeah, we've made
Fair
up
enough.
and everything. She hated me for years.
All right, fair enough, mate.
She
Fair
hated
enough.
me. Yeah, it was done the argument. You know what I mean?
So look, in '93 the jungle thing was going on, but what was interesting, right, was that '94 comes round, and then you start getting like Helter Skelters and Dreamscapes, where you're getting those old school lineups again. You're
Yeah.
getting Bookham playing like a kind of atmospheric jungle
Yeah.
set. You're
So,
getting Groove Rider doing his thing. You're getting Dougal playing his thing, right?
yeah.
Now, so there's that I want to talk to you about, but also for me, that was the first time that I heard you on other DJ sets outside of
Was
the
it?
bus. Yeah, you could have done it before. I was in New Zealand for the whole of '93, so you could have been doing it way before that. But that's the first time I noticed it happening.
No, remember I've done Dreamscape, the early
Yes,
Dreamscapes. I was
yes,
an MC
yeah,
there, isn't it? For
yeah.
first couple, a good few before after that with Murray, but like I've done a fairly. I came back later on as well. Yeah, I was Dreamscape. I've done it, but then that was it until we split up.
Right,
Until we split
yeah.
up, then I started doing more singular work. You know what I mean? And
And
things.
what So with those events like at Dreamscape, I mean, I just I was lucky. I went to quite a few of them in '94. And again, I love that fact that you just 1 minute it was hype, then it was LSD, then Slipman,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Randall, and it
Yeah,
was all
yeah,
different
yeah.
styles and flavors
Styles,
in one
yeah,
night.
flavors in one night. Much better.
Was you when you were down there? You were down there for the night. You were in for the long haul, right?
Yeah. No, I said when I had to do the Dreamscapes, I had to go home after the
Yeah.
night. Yeah, I had all the crew with me, innit? So like they'll come out for the whole night. When Top Buzz only do one set for the night, and so everybody can rave. I mean, we didn't go nowhere else. I couldn't. You know what I mean?
Fair
So as
enough.
long as Jason got to play, I was happy.
Yeah,
As
fair enough.
long as I got to do my Top Buzz set, I was happy. You know what I mean? So with that deal.
Nice. All right. I want to dig a little bit deeper into your lyrics. And this is even going back from well, for however long you feel this story needs to go back, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was obviously a lot of kind of like dancehall reggae inspiration in your lyrics, and you brought something very different to the table than a lot of other MCs at that time did. Talk to me about, you know, how that kind of came about and your inspiration for lyrics.
Oh, remember I told you, Funky Express, I learned to chat over soul and real groove. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not easy because there's a lot of vocals going on in places there. You get what I'm saying? But I got good at it, and I got good at it, and I learned to ride with them, as we say. You get what I'm saying? So my style is environmental friendly. That's what I was aiming at. You know what I mean? Because I was different on the soul game as well. I wasn't the regular MC. I was funny as fuck, you know, busting jokes and all that. So I've written like a talky thing. You get what I'm saying? But I still was writing some bars in there. You know what I mean? And thing. And yeah, I learned from there. So when I come to the acid thing now, and I decided that I'm gonna pick up the mic, I just find the beat and just cracked on. You know what I mean? I just cracked on. Simple. Ride the beat. You know what I mean?
And what's, you know, what is there like a process or something you're going through? Like how do you kind of capture lyrics? Are you seeing things
Listen, Jay.
I'm not trying to dig out your secrets.
No, I'm telling you. I don't care. I've been walking down the road and something happens, some incident or word is said, and I take that.
Yeah.
And make up the bars. The quick ditties. You know what I mean? That's how I do it. I don't, you know, things come in my head. And I just got my dictaphone thing on my phone with a voice note, put it down there, you get what I'm saying? And then I build around it at home when I've got time. You know what I mean? Some of these lyrics I make, they're aged, some of them are old, but I just didn't finish them. And it's always got to be about life. You might not think so, but when you dissect it, it's about life, everyday life. Everyday things. You know what I mean? Some people say I'm homophobic. Some people say I'm not. It's everyday life. Then things around me. I want to talk about it. You know what I mean?
How do you feel like? Because it's a bit of an obsession of a lot of people that I know to master and remember your lyrics. I mean, I even found a website. It was jungletechno.co.uk, and they've listed literally tons and tons of your lyrics.
I see it. Have
they got it all right, or have they got some?
No, Jay. They can't get it all right. Someone's always, when they're listening to these lyrics, they're on a different planet. You get what I'm saying? Because some of the stuff they come out with to ask me, I'm just amazed. I have to ask them, what planet was you on? You know, I mean, people come up to me and say, I've got a bet with my friend. We got a £20 bet. Blah, you say this and I say you say that. And what do you say? And you know what I mean? When I tell them what I say and the one who's got it right, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like they won the World Cup. You know what I mean? Wow, yeah. I've still got a page. I don't go on it no more. My lyrical page. The stuff that people come out with, what I sung. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Seriously. It's unbelievable.
And obviously one of the most famous ones, check one, check two.
Check one, check
two. All right. Now, obviously, DJ Tactics, the way right, that tune and your vocal on there just lifted that whole tune. Like what? How did that come about? That tune.
Listen, that's another one. Bloody I'm going in the institute. I'm going in the institute, yeah, to that club, yeah. We're playing, we're rushing, we're a bit late, rushing. Some fellas touched me on my shoulder. I was going through the crowd. They go, Mad B, that's you, you know, that's you. I goes, what are you talking about? He goes, listen. And I heard the tune. I was right. So, Jay, you hear that? I've done my sourcing research, boom, find the people. They looked after me. After me. We're friends now. They did look after me back then. I got to give me a good money for my voice. And I'm supposed to link him up again. Andy Whitehead. Is that yet? Proper name? Andy Whitehead? You know him?
Okay. No.
Yeah, we made that. Yeah, for Birmingham, Wolverhampton side, them kind of side. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I was supposed to link him and to do something else. You know what I mean? Actually met him after all these years. I didn't meet him until last year. I think it was last year or this year. Last year, I met him.
That's mad, mate.
Mad. That's a big tune, and then you got Groove Rider with his own version. You get what I'm saying? He's got a dub plate of that, man.
Of course,
with my voice,
right?
with my voice, yeah. He's got a dub plate. I was shocked when he played that on me as well. And on his 50th birthday party when we went in ministry, he dropped that. I never know about this. I shocked me, man. My heroes.
Nice,
Fabio. They're my heroes. Yeah, every time.
Well, speaking of some of those guys, so one of the other guys I contact was Ray Keith. And,
yeah.
So he
100.
got back to me, said, got so much love for the Buzz. And he said he used to have great times with you back at Ealing Broadway.
Ealing Broadway.
So tell me about those times.
Us and Ray and stuff, we started getting prominent about the same time on the scene. You get what I'm saying? And Raps and Matthew B's and we was kind of like in one sort of little clique. I think I might have been just before Rap and Ray, but like they came while we was getting our name as well. So we hooked up. We just hooked up with Ray and everything. You get what I'm saying? He was a right person, and we just become friends ever since. And I love him to the bone. You know, I've got enough time for Ray. He looked after us everywhere, man. He's looking after me now. You get what I'm saying? He's looking after me now, so you know what I mean? He's good.
Yeah.
Do it. He's good.
So listen, I wanna leap forward a few years. I know that there's a lot that we could talk about, but I know we're conscious of time. I want to talk to you about the things that are going on now, and I want to kick it off initially with Riverdance, because that is your home, and I know that you saw that clip that Ruben put up.
I just saw it, man. Jay, I just saw it this evening and late, you know. I just saw it. I thought, did I really say that? Did I shout out Captain like that? Wow, it wasn't a good day that day for me mentally. Yeah,
he didn't take that. It was. He
didn't take it. He took it in jest, man. He knew I was edible up. You know what I
mean? So to explain to those that haven't seen it, so basically, Riverdance last year, 2nd of October 2022, after being at the year before for me, attending just as a raver and having a bit of fun. You know, I'd heard so many good things, and I just was on Ruben's case. I was like, listen, I want to come out. I want in. And before I'd even asked him, I bought a ticket and went to the event first. I went, I'm not just going to email him cold. I want to support. I want to be along anyway. So I was nervous about doing that gig, like doing fine lonely gigs. You know, you never know, like whether the needles are gonna be shit or whatever. Then you add in on top of that, it's on top of a boat, something that's moving. On top of that, I knew that you was going to be emceeing at some point for me, right? And that, as a little childhood dream, was a fucking tick, right? That was a big tick. Like that is, that was the bit I was probably the most nervous about. So I didn't even hear that. All I was thinking was just hold the record. Just wait for him to say your name.
And drop in, you know what I mean?
So
I didn't realise I said that, man. And he played it as well, so I can't deny it. He played the clip. I can't believe I said that one. So not a good night.
I'm gonna get people. So I've just put it up on my YouTube. I actually put it on my set before we went live the hour before. It's all on my podcast. So it's in the first 2 minutes. Go and check it out. It's a good little comedy moment.
Man.
But I want to talk about Riverdance. You know, to me, you know, it is the epitome of everything that is right about keeping this scene alive. It's not about bashing the same 50 anthems. It's about digging deep. It's about the culture. It's about bringing, you know, new talent, old talent, unknown talent. You know, everyone's got a passion for that into one space. And it feels like, you know, you've really connected to that. So I'd love to hear your Riverdance story.
Well, my Riverdance story is I'm at home one day. I seen this flyer come up, Riverdance. I looked on the flyer. I see certain DJs in it. I'm not running them all, basically. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this looks interesting because boat dance is all right. I don't mind boat dance. So I contacted Vinyl, innit? Junkie. Certain Vinyl Junkie. Yeah, Vinyl Junkie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, Vinyl, see if you can get me a guest list. Vinyl's come back and said, Pat, he says, you can have guest list, but if you do a bit on the mic. I've done a set on the mic and the thing. You know what I mean? That's how I got introduced into thing. When I went there, it was amazing. I thought this is really good. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
liked it. It was a bit hardcore-ish. It was a different style them times as well when I went there, with the music wise. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
yeah. So boom, I've done the job, everything, had fun with the people and everything. Next year, I'm taking my missus. So I bought 2 tickets. Got the 2
Nice.
tickets. We went. And then I think the next year again, we bought 2 tickets. Me and my missus went again. And at that time, I went that time, Ruben approached me and said, Pat, we'd like to invite you to the family. Because I was still going down there buying tickets and I was still getting on the mic, doing a bit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I actually felt sorry for our mate this strict. You get what I'm saying? I felt as an MC, I felt sorry for him because he was doing 7 hours, bro.
Yeah. Long time.
He needed help. He needed help. As an MC, I know he needs help. He can't be doing that. It's wrong. You get what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that's how I got brought in on my full appearance down there. You know what I mean? And I started bringing a few friends and everything. And it was like, and then the music kind of changed to like what it is now, what you heard the other day, the last couple of years. You get what I'm saying? The dark stuff
Yeah.
and where people are digging in their record boxes, mate. I call it that crowd. I call the connoisseurs of rave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I call them. They know their music. Any DJ will tell you that they come there. They say you got to dig when you play River Dance, or you get mullered.
You know what? I already knew that, and it was probably one of the highest pressure sets for me to put together because I knew that I had to come good, right? And what absolutely blew me away is within seconds of starting to mix a tune, someone's running over. Someone's running over. And it was Grace. And I've got to shout out Grace G Magical. She was there most of the time. She's like, oh, yeah, I know that.
Grace,
I know that.
Grace doesn't move from that corner. You see where she stands? She don't move from there every year. That's her spot. Yeah. And a tune lick her, she slides over. There's a lot of train spotters on thing. Jacob Barnes, you know what I mean? The next one is the original snooper. You know what I mean? They want to know that they know the tunes, and if they don't know it, they want to know it. You get what I'm saying? The connoisseurs of rave, man. Yeah. Everybody, Randall, they all come there and dig. I've seen DJs dig. I've seen DJs fret. DJ Kid, he'll tell you in his podcast he done for Riverdance how he was apprehensive and he didn't know what to, you know, what is he gonna play, and you know he's thought about it so many times. He's, you know, and the poor fella doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, so he's got nothing to calm him down. And he went on there and he blew the place open, mate. And the wicked set, he blew the place open. You know what I mean? No, I had the pleasure of he come and pick us up. You know, he come and had breakfast with me and my crew before we took him up to Riverdance. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, you've got Riverdance, you have to perform. It's not no idiot thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not an idiot thing. People have to play tunes. And we don't want classics, we don't want none of that. We don't want none of that. We want serious raves, man. Serious raves. It's gonna be good this year. It's gonna be good, right? You know what I mean?
As it is every year, right?
It's gonna be good, 100%.
So listen, before we wrap this up, I want to talk to you about food. Tell me about food. You're a chef. Like,
food. Food. I've always tried to say someone's name food. Ah, come on, man.
Listen, this blew me away. Like when I can't remember how I found out you were in the kitchen doing videos, and I was like, what? You know, I'm used to seeing you up on stages, and I love the fact that you have. To me, it seems like you've got an insane passion for like food. And again, you know, I'd love to hear your story behind that.
That come out that you know, when I was a kid, I wanted to have a restaurant. I was like 17, 18. I didn't push towards it. You know what I mean? I didn't sort myself. But one day later on in life, I was in the doctor's and I was reading the paper, There's a trainee chef, blah blah blah. Come and learn to be a chef. I thought I'd give this a go. I ended up going. I ended up being with heard of a woman called Prue Leaf.
Okay.
You know, Great British Bake Off and all that stuff. Yeah, and she's a judge on MasterChef and all them stuff. There's all them,
Right.
yeah, with the glasses and all that. Yeah, I ended up
Yeah.
going to her academy. It was her academy. It was government run, but it was her academy. You know what I mean? And I thought, wow, and we was getting paid as we worked. You know what I mean? That was even better. You know what I mean? So I went and done my college work and everything and signed up, boom, and I just fell in love with it. Because I've gone to fine dining. I ain't got no burger thing down the corner. I've gone to straight to fine dining because that's where we was learning at Hoxton. Yes, so
Yeah.
I thought, well, I like this. I can do my own food. You know what I mean? But now let me learn the other side of food. You get what I'm saying? And I just picked it up. I've cooked for the Queen. I cooked for Gordon Brown. I cooked for Theresa May. I cooked for Donald Trump. You know what I mean? I'm a good chef. You know
Jesus,
what I mean?
really? That's
I got called. I got dragged out of my house to come and cook for Donald Trump. Well, being part of the team, not directly me, not no, part of a team. You get what I'm saying? Which is good. You know what I mean? Yeah, I cook for all of them people, man. All of them.
That's
They've eaten
mad,
from me.
mate.
You know what I mean? So,
I've heard you
I
make
do.
a mean cake as well, mate.
Yeah, man, I can bake. I pick up the bacon. At the same time. You know what I mean? Pick up the bacon, learn and YouTube and you know what I mean? I've got an amazing vegan rum cake. If I don't sell 30 of them at Christmas, I'll be lying. You know what I mean? I'll be lying. I'll sell them in the year as well. You know what I mean? I went for my birthday thing the other day. I bought 4 for the boys. And they were, when I'm happy as Larry. I bought
Mate,
4 of them there with me. Oh, the cakes are good. My cakes, I can cook, Jay. I can cook good.
Yeah.
I bring cakes to raves. I bring cakes to raves for the last 5 years.
That's
People
mad,
order
mate.
off me, and they meet me at the clubs and outside and whatever, and I'll come and get it afterwards. You know, it's in the car. You get what I'm saying? I bring cakes everywhere. I sell my cakes everywhere, everywhere, man. You know, everywhere. I love cooking, Jay.
That's amazing, mate. So what's next for Mad P? What's on the agenda?
All right, I'll just tell everybody now while I'm here. Look. My biggest agenda right now, the number one concern, is to get my book done. Our book done, not my book. Our Top Buzz book done. That is a be and end all of me right now. Because I'm the last one. I don't. God forbid, nothing happens to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I need to get it down. You get what I'm saying? In case anything does happen to me, I don't know. Life is funny. Who knows? Like if I no, I'm not here. Then who's gonna write it?
That's true, mate.
So that is my number one priority. It comes before bookings. I haven't been getting a lot of bookings, but like it comes before all of that. You know what I mean? That I can live with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I need to get my book done.
I remember when I spoke to Jason last year about him telling about there was a load of footage as well.
Yeah.
He was talking about the book and then he was talking about the footage and saying, listen, there's loads of stuff. There's
loads of footage, man.
Ain't been released.
Yeah, ain't been released, man. I haven't given. I put out a little one the other day, a couple of months ago when I was water skiing in Australia. First time I got up on the skis, I went around the lake all the way around on it. You get what I'm saying? All things like that. People have never seen us like that. You know what I mean? Yeah,
nice,
man. That is my main concern, Jay. The book, seriously, above everything else. You know what I mean?
Are you working with someone on that book right now? Is that
working with Black Dog, the book company.
Okay.
It's a proper company. You know what I mean? If it get what I'm saying, they do these things. You know what I mean? So waiting for get back to us. You know what I mean? But that is my main concern. The book.
Nice, man.
I want to leave something for my kids as well. You get what I'm saying? So they can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, it's a huge legacy, right? It's
yeah. It'll be a waste if it don't get written about.
Yeah.
It'll be a waste. Yeah. And there's so much to tell.
Yeah. Well, look, mate, I'm really appreciative of your time, and I'm glad that we've been able to share some of those stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wish you the best of luck with the book, because I'm telling you now, as soon as that comes out, I'm straight in for that.
Straight on it, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's no skinning up, man. You know, there's no watering down, mate. It was like, it is what it is, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all good. Anyway, thank everybody for listening in, man. Nice,
Will do,
nice for your
man. Will
comments
do,
and
mate.
everything. Yeah, I
Wicked,
enjoyed
mate.
it.
You
I
take
enjoyed
care,
it
man.
tonight.
We'll catch you soon,
All
mate.
right,
All
and
right.
all right, and let's up, Jay. Thank you, mate.
Later.
All right,
Take it easy,
all
mate.
right.
Later.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.